Ahsoka, episode 4. Merrick turned out to be a whole load of nothing, but a great diversion to keep us interested for the first couple episodes. And now we finally got into the deep end, and we have a lot to discuss, including why Anakin is in the world between worlds. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, Brent here back with Geek. If you're already subscribed to the channel, you know we cover all things Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, Lord of the Rings, and more, including Fiona Cake, which I'll be covering tomorrow as a midnight release. You guys have put in all the views for it, so we will be covering that as a midnight release. But look, let's talk about the thing you are interested in, Ahsoka. Well, Merrick, let's just be flat out here, was a straight up diversion from the start. They had everyone panned to, I was believe, one thing, and then he just turned out to be nothing but a Force essence, which I'm sure every Star Wars fan theory YouTuber out there is absolutely pulling their hair out over the hours that they've spent crafting these beautiful, articulate theories that each and every person believed down to the deep part of their core, including some people like me who truly believe that this could have been Ezra have already come back. So with the smiting blow from Ahsoka, I let out an audible gasp for just being shocked that, oh great, they killed him, and then it just dissipates into nothing. So it turned out to be a whole load of nothing, which could just be straight up death mirror magic, which I would not be shocked about in one way, shape, or form. But look, the world between worlds has only been seen in Rebels, to my knowledge. And it was a place that Ezra managed to get to while he was trying to go about his journey from light side, dark side, all the stuff that was going on. He's never tempted by the dark side, but he lined very much in the central, if not Jedi side of things. He was one of the few people that have been able to traverse this world between worlds. Ahsoka is somebody else who's been able to be blessed and able to do that as well. She has never strayed to the dark side, but she's always been either a Jedi or she just severed her connection to the Force and just stayed on this true and neutral path. And right now, I would say she's true and neutral, but she's doing, neutral good. So if you found their character traits, neutral good is basically where she's at this point with her career of everything going on. And having access to this place gives you abilities and transportation powers beyond that of which any Jedi should possibly have. You can go in and out of certain planes of existence, take a look at time, the way that works, because you're basically outside of all concepts trapped within the world. You are in a whole other thing of just space and time. Think of it as like any afterlife for any religion out there. You are outside any regular human concept. You can do just about anything within certain abilities and within certain rights. It hasn't been fully explained, hasn't fully articulated. Filoni has been one of those people who has done a very, very good job of doing the long, slow pull on this one, kind of drawing us along and giving us little bits and pieces as this comes out. And the whole episode title, Fallen Jedi, of course, was an articulate point for not only Balin, who was a Jedi who has fallen, but for Anakin, who is the fallen Jedi, the true fallen Jedi. And the reason his name keeps being thrown about is, he's the big damaging mark on Ahsoka's past. He is the number one thing that has hurt her beyond any way, shape, or form. Anything or anyone mentioning his name just absolutely gets her to her core. So when Balin was taunting her and throwing all the kinds of disses about her and about Anakin, yeah, that was personal on every single sense of the word. And Balin only did it throw her off, which ultimately led to his big W here, being able to get the win that while we thought Ahsoka was going to tap more into the dark side while she was trying to do her force push. And I mean, honestly, she just destroyed Hati, which, Balin's skull, and then Hati as Shin Hati as the other person, the two wolves that chase each other, the sun and the moon throughout Norse culture. That's been talked about at all the way to death within the Star Wars community. So just throwing that out just for a little extra tidbit. But Ahsoka was leaning into that dark side. The thought of losing not only Anakin, but now her other apprentice, Sabine, has tested her patience, tested her mental, tested her resolve in ways that she never truly anticipated. And now to have her sitting here struggling with the fact that her apprentice was taken from her and now she's in a whole new plane of existence, talking to her former master who doesn't look like he's aged all that much, truth be told. And I know there's very little CGI being added here, but I have to say, I got to give props to Anakin. He's done a great job. Hayden Christensen, good on you for aging the way you have. I know we were hard on you when we originally got you, but we've grown to accept you and love you in a way that only the Star Wars community can. We hate you at first, deeply, and then love you. Look at Ahsoka. We hated her character when she was created, then she grew more and more and more on us, and the next thing you know, she was affectionately Snips, and the rest is history. And now she has her own great series that we've all enjoyed thus far. The battles have been phenomenal. They've been all the typical Star Wars mantras thrown throughout. I thought when the robots were fighting, we had a nice little Rock'em Sock'em throwback for those of you with the old school robots punching each other's heads. So when it popped up, but some of you might be a bit young and not aware of that shadow. But this series has taken us to brand new places in Star Wars, and I have to say, this episode for me, 8.5 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Not too much else to dissect at this moment in time. I might do a deep dive throughout the week. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this episode, things you believe. If not, hit that lovely red subscribe button, because clearly you stuck around for almost 6 minutes. There's something I said that you truly enjoyed and resonated with. I'll see you in the next one, which will be a short tonight, followed up by Fiona and Cake at midnight. See you guys tomorrow.